The Sahara Desert, 3.6 million square miles of silence. It is the most hostile environment on Earth, a place where history goes to die, buried under shifting mountains of gold and dust. We are told that this place has always been a wasteland. We are told that for millions of years nothing has survived here but the scorpion and the viper. But then, why are there whales in the middle of the desert? In a remote corner of Egypt, far from any ocean, lies the Valley of the Whales. These aren't just bones, they are complete skeletons of Basilosaurus, ancient carnivorous leviathans. They didn't die on land, they died swimming. You see, the history books have left out a crucial chapter. Science confirms that as recently as 5,000 years ago, around the same time humans were building the first cities, the Sahara wasn't a desert. It was the largest freshwater system the world has ever seen. It was a paradise, a lush, green jungle, teeming with life. And where there is life, there are people. The question isn't, was the Sahara green? We know it was. The question that should keep you awake at night is, who was living there, and why did they disappear? To find the ghosts of the Green Sahara, we have to go to the Tassili Niger Plateau in Algeria. It is one of the most inaccessible places on the planet, a labyrinth of stone, and hidden inside these caves is the Sistine Chapel of the ancient world. Thousands of paintings, but they don't depict camels. They don't depict trade caravans. Look closer. That is a hippopotamus. That is a giraffe. That is an elephant. Animals that require thousands of gallons of water a day just to survive. And this is the smoking gun. These figures aren't fighting. They aren't sleeping. They are swimming. Ancient artists didn't paint fiction. They painted what they saw. They were painting their backyard. This implies something massive. If the Sahara was a network of massive rivers and mega lakes, some larger than the Caspian Sea, then it would have been the perfect cradle for a civilization. We obsess over the Nile River and ancient Egypt. But the Nile is just a thin strip of water. The Green Sahara was an ocean of resources. Radar satellites have recently discovered vast networks of riverbeds, buried under the sand, hundreds of miles long. If a civilization grew here, they would have been powerful, they would have been advanced. So, where are their cities? Deep in Mauritania, visible from space, is the Richat Structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. Geologists say it's a natural geological formation, a dome of eroded rock. But the more you look at it, the more the official story starts to crack. Plato described the lost city of Atlantis in specific detail. He said it was made of concentric circles, 3 of water, 2 of land. He said it measured 127 stadia across. The Richat Structure? It measures exactly 127 stadia. He said it opened to the sea to the south. Satellite imagery shows exactly that, evidence of water flow draining south. For centuries, we have been looking for Atlantis under the ocean. But Atlantis translates to Island of Atlas. King Atlas ruled Mauritania. What if we've been looking in the wrong place? What if Atlantis didn't sink into the ocean? What if the ocean just left? If the Richat Structure was the capital of the Green Sahara civilization, it explains why we can't find it. We aren't looking for a sunken city. We are looking for a buried one. A city swallowed not by water, but by time and sand. So, how does a paradise turn into hell? It wasn't a war. It wasn't an alien invasion. It was the Earth itself. It's called orbital precession. Every 20,000 years, the Earth's wobble shifts. 5,000 years ago, that wobble shifted the monsoon rains away from the Sahara and down to the equator. And here is the terrifying part. It didn't take thousands of years to happen. New studies from MIT suggest the Green Sahara dried up in a geological blink of an eye. Centuries, maybe less. Imagine living there, watching the rivers lower, year after year, watching the crops fail, watching the jungle turn to dust. The people didn't just vanish, they migrated. Where did they go? They moved east, to the only water source left, the Nile. Historians tell us that the Egyptian pharaonic civilization appeared suddenly and fully formed around 3100 BC. Maybe they didn't appear out of nowhere. Maybe they were the refugees of the Green Sahara, bringing their technology, their masonry, and their memories of a lost garden with them. The Sahara is a vault. Sand is an incredible preservative. It keeps bones dry. It keeps stone intact. If there was a massive civilization here, an empire of the sand, it hasn't been destroyed. It is simply waiting. Waiting for us to dig deep enough to find it. We think we know our history, but we are only scratching the surface. The map is not finished. If you want to explore the timeline with us, if you want to see what else has been forgotten, make sure you are subscribed. History is fragile. Don't let the timeline break. This is TimeFracture.